The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott now, option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
We go 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
36, 36. Hey, check 24. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On second down, a run with Breida. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing on second and long. Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, check. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55. I got you, boy.
Murray trying again after the pick six. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Watch twist. Shift. Watch safety creep.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
This is Breida, and he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Murray now on 1st down. And this is caught by Watkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. On third down, a run from Breida. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. That'll be complete to Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 38-yard line. Check, ready. 54 Mike. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Murray going to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
We're going to 50 feet.
Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A second down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. The 20. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on second and goal. Prescott yet again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, D. There we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First down, Murray. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Murray again. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. A first down throw for Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Prescott now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Prescott. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Prescott to throw it. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Check pass. Check pass. Check safety. Check safety.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Tight dog, tight dog. Check 4, check 4.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 91 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick, long strike. They are setting the tone for the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Come on, QB, come on.
They run again with Breida, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go. 56. Not a good. 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
They run with Breida. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Get him. Rush in. Rush in.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, kill. Here we go, 47. 26.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out.
Again, it's Elliott. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me some. Give me something.
On third down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Prescott now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Kill.
On the counter, Elliott. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know you feel that.
Jordan Hicks brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Prescott now. Option. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, kill. 47.
Nice.
We're going to 53.
Jam.
26.
Prescott from the gun. His throw caught. What about the 5? And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll toss it to Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Breida. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Silver.
They'll run with Elliott. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Mike, 58, right there. You.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Cowboys, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be okay. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. With the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one.